Hello and welcome to another episode of the Contractor Grow Show. My name is Mark Lamberth. I'm the host, and today I'm speaking with Cameron Cables at Cables Construction in Spring Hill, Tennessee. Cameron, thanks so much for being with us today.
Of course, thanks for having me.
Yeah, so I'd love to just start by hearing from your words, specifically what services you provide for your customers.
Oh, there's a lot. What I was supposed to just be a handyman, so that was how it kind of all started. But I build decks, I do bathroom remodels, fencing, dirt work. I mean, I've been in the industry since I was 4 years old, so there's not really a whole lot I haven't done. So if someone can dream of it, I can do it.
Interesting. What do you guys have a kind of a specialty that you're doing? I see kind of kitchen bathroom models, deck construction.
It's the specialty kind of evolved into bathrooms. I mean, that's where I'm at. They're fun, they're quick. I mean, it's not my favorite thing to do, but they're still fun.
Okay. Great. What's your favorite things to do?
Run heavy equipment.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. And you guys are located in Spring Hill. It's kind of central Tennessee, and that would be sort of southwest of Nashville. Is that right?
Yeah, so pretty much just directly south out the interstate of Nashville, about 40 minutes
Okay.
with traffic
All right. More and more traffic in Nashville every day, huh?
every day.
I grew up in Memphis, and so
Okay.
yeah, spent some time in Nashville and over in Knoxville and stuff. But I know that Nashville, certainly since I left, has absolutely exploded. And then, what is the kind of the surface area that you work in?
Everywhere in Middle Tennessee. I mean, I was just up in Clarksville yesterday, so that took me 2 hours to go up there. I've gone Cookeville. Most of my work, though, is just south of, in between where I'm at in Nashville. Most of my work's in the Franklin area, Brentwood area. I prefer to go a little bit farther south, trying to get in more of the rural areas. Those are more fun. Just for me, when I left Montana, I didn't want to work on the expensive houses. I mean, every house we worked on back in Montana, I mean, there were $14 million homes. There's no point in working on those anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. So you get out kind of in the rural areas, and they're able to serve some, kind of simpler projects. Folks have farms, different things, and that's kind of more enjoyable for you at this point.
Yeah. I mean, I like working with people that know what they want instead of being people that I can get along with and talk to instead of someone just says, here's a check, do what I need to do. And they're really hard to get a hold of. So it's more fun personally. I mean, the money's better with the ones that just say, here's a check, but I didn't get into this business I've always been in the business, but I like helping people and I like building relationships with people. And those are always the most fun. Going into a job where just someone wants it done, it's not personable. I've worked for companies like that my entire life.
Gotcha. So it sounds like you've been on a job site your whole life. I mean, were your folks involved in construction? Your dad, or how did you
Yeah,
start?
so my dad was a flat work specialist, owned a company. My grandfather was a custom home builder, and then everyone I grew up with in and around, we were all in construction. Me and my closest friends, we all decided to get out of it. We all went different routes to be mechanics. I joined the military. One of them started as a tire tech, and the other one went to college, and we're all back in construction.
Interesting. So it looks like professionally, you're with Frontier Basement Systems, Klaus Roofing Systems. I mean, had a lot of different project management, kind of operation management, experience and kind of skill along the way. Curious about Cables Construction here. I mean, you started this officially in 2023. I mean, you had been on other projects and with other companies. What made you decide to go out on your own and kind of tackle this business thing?
I come from a long line of business owners. It's always been a dream of mine to own a business. When I moved to Tennessee, I moved to Tennessee to get out of construction. I mean, I've done it my entire life. I ran a company back in Montana for 9 years. We came to a head for personal reasons. So I moved to Nashville to fresh start. So I was in sales and then helped them get a roofing division up and started. That kind of didn't pan out. Went and project managed for another company. We were doing $500,000 remodels, but everything came from Home Depot. I mean, it was just hard. Everything that we did, I was supposed to be a project manager. I spent more time with tools on than I did actually running projects. So it didn't work out. And then I went to work for another company. He hired me to redo his whole company because it was similar to what I did back in Montana. Things worked out great for a long time. And then all of a sudden he wanted to change everything up after everything was happy. And it was just time to separate ways. And I got tired of walking into people's houses where they had so many issues from other contractors or being scammed or improper work, just a bunch of things that weren't right. So I said, well, I'll just go in and help. And like I said, I was supposed to just handyman, change light bulbs, fix door handles, something slow and easy. And that lasted about 3 days.
So do you have a team, or is it just you? Do you work with subs?
So I'm very sub heavy. So I have everything I do is with subs. So I have plumbers, electricians, then I have laborers that I bring in that are all set up as independent contractors because I don't have enough work for everyone to keep someone full time. I also run dump trailers. So I start my day about 5:30 and my days end about 8:30 every night. And then I still have my designs and stuff like that as well.
Interesting. So I talk with a lot of contractors here on the show, and I'm always curious what the thinking is between working with subs and, having team, that's like full-time, W-2 or it's actually on the team covering insurance and different things. And I mean, I've heard a number of contractors say we had a huge team. We had 20 people on the team, paying every day they're showing up, but then we moved back to a sub model, and now it's just, the two of us. We've got a team of 25 subs, and it's actually more profitable. I mean, do you have any thoughts on that? I mean, what has been your experience? I mean, you've got a ton of experience in the trades, and what have you seen work for that? And why would someone make a decision to have a team kind of full time? They're dealing with all the issues associated with that, getting work for them all the time, versus a team of loyal subs that they know they can call on whenever.
I think it kind of depends on what type of construction you want to really focus on. I mean, if you're going to be a custom home builder, in my experience, the best way to do that is to be the guy that has everyone with you. So that way you have control over everything. And when I say custom home, I'm not talking 2,500 square foot homes. I'm talking really nice custom homes, being able to run them, having a team that run it, and then sub out all the other things, drywall, plumbing, electrical, and roofing. Definitely have that. But that way you have a team, so all your SOPs are the same on everything. It's more profitable, in my opinion, to run subs on everything, because then I don't have to worry about having constant overhead of, hey, I don't have a project coming up for you. I don't have to worry about holding a bunch of money in a bank account to pay you for when things get slow. And then I don't have to have hurt feelings from them when I don't have to worry about keeping them. I mean, that's where it becomes more profitable. The jobs do get a little bit more expensive because I don't bid jobs based off of what I think. I always confer with my subs before I ever put a number out to a customer. Hey, what are you going to do this? I spend a lot of time doing designs, going through all the questions, so my subs don't have to. So I get a number from them. We work it all out. I manage everything. I make sure all the materials come in, and then I come in and do a lot of work myself too. So I'm always hands-on. If I can't be there, we have a meeting every day on every project with my subs. So if there's any questions.
Interesting. Do scheduling issues ever come up with that? I mean, subs, they've got their own work happening, and they've got their own business. Do you have to deal with that, of kind of working around other people's schedule? I mean, do you kind of double up? You've got 2 or 3 plumbers in case one's busy.
No, so I don't believe in sub shopping. I believe in building a really good team, because I've spent so much time with all my vendors and all my subs and building relationships with them. I get front loaded. So when I make phone calls for all my subs, they go, yeah, this is when we're going to be there. I haven't had to run into that. And if they tell me, hey, I can't do it this day, I'll move things around to accommodate schedules. But I believe in building a good relationship with the team, and my team is everyone I work with, all the way through my vendors down to the guy that picks up the trash at the end of the day if I need someone like that. So I haven't had an issue for scheduling when I get something scheduled. But I also don't say, hey, I need you tomorrow. I try and plan everything 2-3 weeks, sometimes a month out, so we can get it dialed in. And if they run into something, they let me know early instead of last minute.
Gotcha. And so, you've been doing this since 2023. You've got a ton of great reviews. Looks like, everyone in the community absolutely loves your work. Thoughts on how to grow the business? I mean, what have you done other than doing great work and referrals? I mean, any other type of outreach, running, billboards or, radio ads, any of this kind of thing to get your name out there more?
No. So I run everything's word of mouth. I mean, my Facebook, I need to get back on it. I created a little, like a tip Tuesday. I have a soft sell Sunday. I'm not a pushy sales rep, but I'm also, when I go in and I talk to someone and they ask about numbers, I just say, here's where we're at. I give everyone my best price up front. It just comes down to everything. If they want a cheaper price, we knock things off. And then I always just say, hey, if you ever know anyone that needs some work, let me know. And that's how I've grown everything. I mean, I work with a flooring company, so they're always pushing my name around. My plumber pushes my name around. My electrician pushes my name around. And then, I mean, you do good work in a couple neighborhoods, and then I have referrals. There's realtors I work with, and I do a lot of things for free for certain people that help me get my name out there. Every time a realtor gets something where they have a horrible inspection report, because inspectors like to make it seem like a brand new house is going to fall down, it gets sent to me. I go over everything with them, and we actually figure out what needs to go on. Sometimes I get work from that, or I get referred as preferred contractors for a lot of things. So I've always looked at it, a company that has a lot of super flashy things on the side of their vehicles are going to cost a lot more, because they're going to put so much money into advertising. Like, keep my overhead as low as possible so I can give the best price to the customers, so they're getting the best value without me having to inflate my prices to charge for all that. It's expensive enough to run what I have. I don't need to make it any more expensive. I don't logo my trucks. I don't logo my trailers. I don't do any of that type of stuff. The only branding I have is I never leave the house without a logo on my shirt, and I have 2 outfits. I wear tan pants and a light blue shirt when I'm actually working, and then I have a navy polo with a logo on it, and I wear blue jeans with cowboy boots. It's the only thing I ever do. And then if it's super hot out, I have a cowboy hat on, and if I'm working, I wear a hat like this.
Oh man, awesome. Can I ask you, we're always, when we're talking with folks, builders, I mean, we work with builders a lot with our company here, do some consulting and helping grow the business. We're always sort of encouraging our, folks we're talking with to actually raise prices if they can, because I mean, if they can raise their prices, then, if they can raise your price to 10%, then really that, holding costs the same, then that can go to the bottom line, become profit, and, can ultimately help the business grow. Can I ask you this? I mean, I don't know where you are in terms of price. I assume it's not at the bottom, maybe middle or middle to high price. What percentage of quotes that you put out, or bids that you put out on a project, proposals, are rejected because the price is too high?
15-20%. But I come in there right off the bat and let them know I'm not the one you want to call for a budget project. But I also do a lot of things that other contractors don't, that bring them in there. I do all my own designs, so I build 3D designs. So when I come in and do a bathroom, I'll come in and I'll give them a 3D design of their current bathroom. And then they can mark up all the things that they want to change on that. And then all that information comes to me. I put that all back into a 3D design, and then they get to see all of that. So the level of care that I put into it at the beginning kind of takes out a lot of the lower numbers right off the bat. I mean, I get it all the time. You weren't the lowest, you weren't the most expensive, but you were the one that answered the phone every time we had a question, every time you did all that. So, I mean, I get a lot of my jobs because I actually answer the phone and I communicate. I live with headphones in. So even when I'm working or driving, I'm always fielding questions. I'm always available.
That's fantastic. Well, I can tell you're really bringing the value for your customers. It's fantastic, Cameron. It just sounds like a great story, man. I'm taking notes here. Fantastic. Well, if folks are in the Spring Hill area, maybe up to Nashville, down further south as well, kind of in that Middle Tennessee area, kind of in your market area, what are some of the best ways to get in touch with you to see if you're available to do a project?
Text, email, call, message me on Facebook. You can find me on my website. Any form of contact that I have, I check it. My phone lights up with everything. I mean, while we're sitting here right now, someone just hit me up on my website. So everything is linked to. The thing that I hate the most in life is my cell phone. The thing that makes me the most amount of money is my cell phone. I mean, my office, I have 3 computer screens, so that way I can run designs, references, and emails all at the same time. And then, I mean, this is my sanctuary where I come and sit down every night. And then I have a laptop that we're on right now because it has a camera that sits beside my bed, and then or it goes up when I'm in the house on the couch. And then I have a tablet for every time we travel. So if anytime everyone needs something, my wife hates it, but I'm always available to my customers, my subs. I mean, we went on a cruise and everything came with me, and she was upset, but I work from 4 to 6 o'clock in the morning. And then sometimes I can't put it down. I'm addicted to working. So
I love it. Great story. Well, fantastic. Well, Cameron's website is cablesconstruction.com. And if you're in the Middle Tennessee area looking for a great, kitchen, bathroom remodel, deck renovation, handyman services, give Cameron a call. Cameron, thanks so much for being on the show today and sharing your experience. Great to have you.
Of course. Yeah. Thanks for having me.